I couldn't be any happier with where we are. I've probably never had a team in 15 years of being a head coach that was as far along as this group is at this time of year. So I'm real pleased where we are. Turner's going to be a sophomore. I think the things he has going for him are being here a year, being in the system. He's a very, very mature young man, very smart. I think he makes decisions a little bit quicker. Jacob is not that 25 to 30 carry pounded kind of guy. I mean, he's more of a guy that probably 10 to 15 carries and then maybe catch some balls is probably the best way to go with him. Probably the deepest position on our team is our wide receiver position, and because of that, we're still going to throw it around quite a bit. So we'll throw it around. It'll just be someone different throwing it. Defensively, it all starts with our coordinator. Mike Nam stepped in last year as our defensive coordinator, and does a great job. And I think that's one of the keys is. We're not, we're probably not the most athletic bunch over there sometimes and not the biggest bunch, but we're very well prepared. Mike does a great job of preparing those guys, and, so I think that's a big key. But, the good thing is we've got some pieces back. Adam Smith's, led our conference in sacks last year, was one of our leaders in tackles for loss. I fully expect he's going to have a huge year there for us. Taylor Latou started every game for us on the defensive line. I think was second on our team in tackles for loss and sacks. He's back. Chris Coyle kind of gives us a big body there in the middle, started the second half of the season for us. And Charles Plummer is a 3-year varsity guy that'll be back at linebacker that I think is going to have a very big year. At the linebacker and defensive back spot, we're deeper than we've ever been since I've been here. We've got to develop some depth along the defensive line, but I see no reason why we won't be better defensively this year. We've got more team speed than we've ever had. Like I said, I think our entire 4x1 relay team is on our team. Probably the next 2 alternates are all, and we've got them all. And a couple of them on the offensive side. Then we've got non-track guys like Derek and Jacob that are, that are fast. So, this is more team speed than we've ever had, probably more depth at the skill positions than we've ever had. Yeah, I think Tyler is probably a little bit overlooked. I think he's probably one of the top 3 or 4 kickers in the state. And just so happens that probably the best one in the country happens to be in the same county as him. So he probably does get overshadowed a little bit, but he's a weapon. I tell you, he's increased his distance on his kickoffs in the offseason, his field goals, and that was really the only thing that was lacking because his accuracy is amazing. You don't go 49 for 49 on extra points, at the high school level and not be awful good. And, he missed one field goal that he mishit it and it came up short, but it was right down the middle. So his accuracy is unbelievable. And so the one thing that he was lacking probably a little bit was range, and he's taking care of that. But he's fun. I tell you, he's a great athlete too. And we joke with him all the time. He comes to all the 7-on-7s and goes out there and runs routes with the receivers, and I won't put him out there. And he kind of gives me a hard time. I'm like, look, I don't need you. We've got, we have 9 receivers that will probably see the field during the course of a game. That's how deep we are at that spot. And I said, look, I don't need you going out there and running an out route and tearing an ACL when I've got 9 other guys that can play that. And he literally changes the game, with his kicking. So he's a weapon. We're going to be challenged week in and week out. And I think, you get a little bit concerned that grind, may tend to wear on you a little bit. And I think that's a bit of a concern. But, I expect that, hopefully we've established a certain standard within the program, and that these kids, want to keep the program right where it's at. And I think this is a very prideful group that wants to do that. And I heard a couple of them say it's not on my watch. They want to keep the program where it is, while they're a part of it.